संसारधावा नललीधलोका त्राणय कारुण्य घन घनत्वम् प्राप्तस्य कल्याण गुणार्णवस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् प्राप्तस्य कल्याण गुणार्णवस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् महाप्रभु कीर्तन नृत्य गीता वादित्रमाध्यान् मनसुरसेना कीर्तन नृत्य गीता वादित्रमाध्यान् मनसुरसेना रोमाञ्चकाम्पा श्रुतरङ्गबाजो वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् श्रुतरङ्गबाजो वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् श्रीविग्रहारा धननित्यनाना शृङ्गारतान्मन्दिरमजनाधो धननित्यनाना युक्तस्य भक्तां क्षणियञ्जतोऽपि वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् युक्तस्य भक्तां क्षणियञ्जतोऽपि वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् चतुर्विधा श्रीभगवत्प्रसादो स्वादान्नतृप्तान् हरिभक्तसङ्गान् चतुर्विधा श्रीभगवत्प्रसादो स्वादान्नतृप्तान् हरिभक्तसङ्गान् धृत्वैव तृप्तिं भजत सदैव वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् वन्दे गुरो श्रीराधिका माधवयोरपारा माधुर्यलीला गुणरूपनाम्ना प्रतिक्षणा स्वाधनलोलुपस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् निकुञ्जयूनो रतिकेली सिद्धै यायालिभिर्योक्तिरपेक्षणीया दक्षादतिवल्लभस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् दक्षादतिवल्लभस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् साक्षादरित्रेण समस्तशास्त्रे युक्तस्य भायत एव सद्भिः तस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् यस्य प्रसादात् भगवत्प्रसादो यस्य प्रसादान् न गति कुतोऽपि ध्यायान्तु वां तस्य यशस्वी सन्ध्यां वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हे कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Radha Nila Madhava Shri Radhe Jaya Radha Nila Madhava Nila Jaya Radha Shama Sundar Shri Radhe Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadrama Jaya Sudarshana Subhadrama Jaya Sudarshana Jaya Sitaram Jaya Sitaram Jaya Sitaram Jaya Lakshmana Hanuman Jaya Sitaram Jaya Sitaram Jaya Sitaram Jaya Lakshmana Hanuman Jaya लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
Vishnupada Pramhamsa Pradakacharya Stota Shata Shishmatis Divine Grace Aparachana Vrinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai ISKCON BBTP I found Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupada Pramhamsa Pradakacharya Stota Shata Shishmatis Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki Jai Nama Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Premise Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Gauratan Ki Jai Shri Vrajabhumi Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Shri Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai Shri Purushottam Chaitra Jagannath-puri Dham Ki Jai Shri Ayodhya Dham Ki Jai Ganga Mai Ki Jai Yamuna Mai Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Tulsi Devi Ki Jai Samavita Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai Harinama Sankirtana Ki Jai Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Namaste Narasimhaya Namaste Narasimhaya Praladadayine Hiranyakashipurvakshaha Shilatankanakalaye Into Nasimha Parato Nasimha Yato yato yami tato nasimha Bahi nasimha rudhaye nasimha Narasimha bhadim sharanam prapadde तव करकमलवरे नाकाम् अद्भुतशृङ्गाः गलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गा केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव भक्ति विघ्न विनाशक नरसिंह भगवान की भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की
नमो नमः तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः राधा कृष्ण सेवा पावो यही अभिलाषी नमो नमः तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः जे तो मारा शरण लोए तारा वंचा पूर्ण हो कृपा कोरी कोरो तारे वृंदावन वासी मोरा ये अभिलाष विलास कुंज दियो बास नयने हरि बो सदा जुगल रूप रासी এই নিবেদন ধারো সখী অনুগত করো सेवाधिकारातिये करो निज दासी दीना कृष्णा दासे कोए ऐ जे न मोरा होए श्री राधा गोविंदा प्रेमे सदा जे न भाषी श्री राधा गोविंदा प्रेमे सदा जिन भाषी नमो नमः तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः यानि कानि च पापानि ब्रह्महत्यादिकानि च तानि तानि प्रणश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणा पदे पदे यानि कानि च पापानि ब्रह्महत्यादिकानि च तानि तानि प्रणश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणा पदे पदे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jayo Tulsi Maharani, Jayo Tulsi Maharani, Jayo Tulsi Maharani, Jai Tulsi Maharani. Jayo Vrinda Devi, Jayo Vrinda Devi, Jayo Vrinda Devi, Jayo Vrinda Devi. Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol. तुलसी देवी महारानी की जय, वृंदा देवी की जय। वृंदाये तुलसी देवाय प्रियाय केशवश्च विष्णु भक्ति प्रदे देवी सत्यवताय नमो नमः। वृंदाये तुलसी देवाय प्रियाय केशवश्च विष्णु भक्ति प्रदे देवी सत्यवताय नमो नमः। वृंदाये तुलसी देवाय प्रियाय केशवश्च विष्णु भक्ति प्रदे देवी सत्यवताय नमो नमः। तुलसी देवी महारानी की जय, वृंदा देवी की जय।
Krishna. Whoever takes shelter of you have wishes fulfilled. Bestow mercy upon him and make him a resident in Vrindavan. My desire also grant me residence in the precious grove of the Shiva and Davana Dham. Thus within my vision I shall behold the beautiful paths of Radha and Krishna. I beg you to make me a follower or a cowherd dancer of the Vraja. Please give me the privileged devotional service and make me your own maidservant. This very fallen, lowly servant of Krishna prays. May I always swim in the love of Shri Radha and Govinda. Srimati Tulsi Maharani ki jai. There are 10 fences in the matter of chanting holy names should be avoided, and they are as follows. 1. To blaspheme the devotees who dedicate their life for propagating the holy name of the Lord. 2. To consider the name of the demigod Lord Shiva or Brahma to be equal to independent name Lord Vishnu. 3. To disobey the orders of spiritual master. 4. To blaspheme the Vedic literature or literature pursuing the Vedic version. 5. To consider glorious chanting Hare Krishna to be imagination. 6. To give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of chanting the holy name. 8. To consider chanting Hare Krishna one of the auspicious ritual activities, offered in the Veda the fruity activities, karma, ganda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about glorious holy name. 10. To not complete faith in chanting holy name, and to maintain material attachments in understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims of a Vaishnava must carefully guard against these 10 offenses in order to quickly achieve desired success. Krishna Prema. Now let us offer most humble obeisance unto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord. They are just as I trees who can fulfill to everyone, and are full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Shri Chaitanya Shikshastakam ki jai. Cheto Darpana Marjanam Pavamahadavakni Nirvapanam Shriya Kairava Chandrika Vitaranam Vidyavatu Jivanam Anandam Buddhivardhanam Pratipadam Purnamrita Sadanam Sarvatmasnapanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis Tatra pita niyamita smaranena kalaha Etadishi tava kripa bhagavam mamapi Durudaiva disham yaha janina nurakaha Trinatapi sunicena tarorapi sahishnuna Amanina madadena kirtanya sada harihi Na thanam na janam na sundarim kavitam vajagadisha kamaye Mama jamani jamani shvare bhavatad bhaktir haituki tvai Ainanda tanuja kinkaram patitam mam vishame bhavam puta Kripaya tava pada pankaja sthita duri satisham vichintaya Nayanam karadashuru dharaya vatanam gadgada rudaya gira Pulaka nichitam vapurkada tava nama grahane bhavishyati Yuga itam nimishena chakrusha pravisha itam Shunya itam jagat sarvam govinda virahena me Ashrisha va padratam pinnastu mam Adarshanam marmahatam karotu va Yatha tatha va vitatha lampato mad prana nathastu se eva na paraha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Shri Chaitanya Shikshastakam Ki Jai. Glory to the Shri Krishna Sankirtana, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years, and extinguishes fire of conditional life, repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction of humanity at large, because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss and enables us to fully taste the nectar for which you're always anxious. O my Lord, your holy name alone grants all benediction to human beings. Thus you have hundreds of millions of names that are Krishna and Govind. In these transcendental names, you invest in all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. O my Lord, out of kindness, they enable us to easily approach you by your holy name. But I am so unfortunate I have no attraction for them. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in humble state of mind, thinking himself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than the tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. Only want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth. O Son of Maharanjananda Krishna, I am your eternal servitor, yet somehow that I have fallen into the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms at your lotus feet. O my Lord, while my eyes be decorated with tears of love flowing constantly when I chant your holy name, while my voice choke up, while with hairs of my body stand at end, recitation of your name. O Govinda, feeling your separation, I am considered a moment to be like a great millennium. Tears are flowing from eyes like torrents of rain, and I am feeling all vacant in the world in your absence. I know no one but Krishna as my Lord, and shall remain so even if he handles me roughly by his embrace, or makes me broken-hearted by not being present before me. He is completely free to do anything and everything, for he is always my worshipable Lord, unconditionally. Shri Chaitanya Shikshastakam Ki Jai. Shri Mangalacharna Praise Ki Jai. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Soyam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sakrajatam Sahagana Ragnatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakham Vitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nivishesha Shunyavadi Pachadya Desha Tarine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namine Shri Varshabhani Devi Daitaya Kripabdaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daine Prabhavin Namaha Madhuryo Jala Premada Shri Rupa Nukha Bhaktita Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Virudapa Siddhanta Dvantaharine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipalambara Sambodhe Padam Pujayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Svarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gauravir Bhava Bhumestvam Nirtishta Sajana Priyaha Vaishnava Sarabhama Shri Jaganathaya Te Namaha Vancha Kalpa Durupyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhevacha Patitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Padayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratishe Namaha Pancha Tattvatam Kam Krishna Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakham Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Hey Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagapate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Jayatam Surato Pangor Mama Manda Mater Kati Masara Swapadam Bojo Radha Madana Mohano Divya Vindadana Kalpadumada Shimadra Nagara Singhasanasto Shrimad Radha Shila Govinda Devo Prishtari Bi Sevyamano Smarami Shriman Rasa Rasarambi Vamshivata Tata Stitaha Karshang Venu Saner Gopir Gopinatha Shriyestunaha Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Panamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Dadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Shri Mangalacharna Prayers Ki Jai Shri Brahma Samhita Ki Jai Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadirādya Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam Chintamani Parakara Satma Sukalpa Viksha Lakshariteshu Surabhira Pipalayantam Lakshmi Sahasa Shatasam Brahmasevimanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Pajami Venum Kavanantam Aravinda Dalaya Daksham Parhavatam Samasitam Buddha Sundarangam Gantarpakoti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Pajami Alola Chantakala Savanamada Vamshi Ranang Kadam Panayakeli Kalavilasam Shamam Tibanga Lalitam Yatapakasham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Pajami Angani Yasya Sakalendriya Vritti Pashanti Panti Kalayanti Chiram Jaganti Ananda Chimmaya Satujala Vigrahasya Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Pajami Advaitam Achotam Anadi Mananta Rupam Adyam Purana Purusham Navayovanam Cha Vedeshu Durlabam Adurlabam Atma Bhakta Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Pajami Pantastu Koti Shatavassara Sampragamyo Vayuratapi Manaso Muni Pangavanam Sopiasti Yapapada Simya Vichinta Tatve Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Pajami Ekopya Sora Chaitum Jagadanta Kotim Yachakti Rasti Jagadanta Jayaya Dantaha Andantarastha Paramanu Jayantarastham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Pajami Yad Bhava Bhavitadiyo Manujasthateva Samprapya Rupa Mahimasanayana Bhushaha Suktayam Eva Nigama Patitai Stuvanti Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Pajami Ananda Chimmarasa Padibhavitapis Tapya Evan Jarupa Taya Kalapihi Goloka Eva Nivasatya Kilatma Bhuto Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Pajami Premanjana Churutha Bhakti Vilochanena Santa Sadeva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti Yam Shama Sundam Achintya Guna Swarupam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Pajami Ramadimurtishu kala niyamena tishtan Nanavatarama Bhuvaneshu Kintu Krishna Swayam Samabhava Paramapumam Yo Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Krishna, who is Govinda, the Supreme Godhead, he has the eternal, blissful spiritual body. He is the origin of all. He has no other origin and the prime cause of all causes.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, the first progenitor who is tending the cows, healing all desire in abodes built with spiritual gems, surrounded by millions of purpose trees, always served with great reverence and affection by hundreds of thousands of Lakshmis or Gopis.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is adept in playing on his flute, with blooming eyes like lotus petals, with head decked with peacock's feather, with a figure beauty tinged with the hue of blue clouds, and his unique loveliness charming millions of cupids.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, around whose neck is swinging a garland of flowers beautified with the moon locket, whose two hands are adorned with the flute and jeweled ornaments, who always revels in pastimes of love, whose graceful threefold bending form of Shamasundara is eternally manifest.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, whose transcendent form is full of bliss, truth, substantiality, and thus full of the most dazzling splendor. Each of the limbs of that transcendent figure possessing himself the full-fledged functions of all the organs, and eternally sees, maintains, and manifests the infinite universes, both spiritual and mundane.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is inaccessible to the Vedas but obtainable by pure unalloyed devotion of the soul, who is without a second, who is not subject to decay. He is without a beginning, whose form is endless, who is the beginning and the eternal Purusha, yet he is a person possessing the beauty of blooming youth.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, only the tip of the toe of whose lotus feet is approached by the yogis who aspire after the transcendental and betake themselves to pranayama by drilling the respiration, or by the jnanis who try to find out the non-differentiated Brahman by the process of elimination of the mundane, extending over thousands of millions of years.
He is an undifferentiated entity, as there is no distinction between the potency and the possessor thereof. In his work of creation of millions of worlds, his potency remains inseparable. All the universes exist in him, and he is present in his fullness in every one of the atoms that are scattered throughout the universe at one and the same time. Such is the primeval Lord whom I adore.
I adore the same Govinda, the primeval Lord, in whose praise men who are imbued with devotion sing the mantra suktas taught by the Vedas by gaining their appropriate beauty, greatness, thrones, conveyances, and ornaments.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, residing in his own realm, Goloka, with Radha resembling his own spiritual figure, the embodiment of the ecstatic potency possessed of the 64 artistic activities, in the company of her confidant Sakis, embodiments of the extensions of her bodily form, permeated and vitalized by his ever blissful spiritual rasa.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is Shamasundara, Krishna himself, with inconceivable, innumerable attributes, whom the pure devotees see in the heart of hearts with eye of devotion, tinged with the salve of love.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who manifested himself personally as Krishna and the different avatars in the world in the forms of Rama, Nrsimha, Vamana, etc. as the subjective portions. Sri Brahma Samhita ki Jai. Bhagavad Gita 7.1 purport. Shrinvatam swakata Krishna punyasravana kirtanah hridayanta histo hi abhadrani vidunoti suhritsatam nasta prayesva abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama sloke bhaktir bhavati naistiki tada rajastamo bhava kama lobhasdayaschaye cheta eterana वेदं सितं सत्त्वे प्रसीदति एवं प्रसन्नमनसो भगवद्भक्तियोगतः भगवत्तत्त्वविज्ञानं मुक्तसङ्गस्य जायते विद्यते हृदयग्रन्थिश्चिद्यन्ते सर्वसंशयाः क्षीयन्ते च कर्माणि दृष्टा एवात्मनीश्वरे. To hear about Krishna from Vedic literatures or to hear from him directly through the Bhagavad Gita is itself righteous activity. And for one who hears about Krishna, Lord Krishna, who is dwelling in everyone's heart, acts as the best wishing friend and purifies the devotee who constantly engages in hearing of him. In this way, devotee naturally develops his dormant transcendental knowledge. As he hears more about Krishna from the Bhagavatam and from the devotees, he becomes fixed in the devotional service of the Lord. By development of devotional service, one becomes freed from the modes of passion and ignorance, and thus material lust and avarice are diminished. When these impurities are wiped away, the candidate remains steady in his position of pure goodness, becomes enlivened by devotional service, and understands the signs of God perfectly. Thus, Bhakti Yoga severs the hard knot of material affection and enables one to come at once to the stage of Asamsayam Samagram, understanding of the Supreme Absolute Truth, Personality of Godhead. Bhagavatam 1.2.17 to 21. Therefore, only by hearing from Krishna or from his devotee in Krishna consciousness can one understand the science of Krishna. Hare Krishna. We'll continue reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 12, Text 56. Sa chapi sata rupayam panchapatyani ajijanat प्रियावृत्तानापादौ तीस्रकन्याश्च भारत आकुतिर्देवहूतिश्च प्रसौतिर्इति सत्तमं सः he Manu cha also api in due course satarupayam unto satarupa pancha 5 apatyani children ajijanat begot priyavrata Uttanapada, Tishra, 3 in number, Kanya, daughters, Cha, also, Bharata, O son of Bharata, Akuti, Devahuti, Cha, and Prasuti, Iti, thus, Sattama, O best of all. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O son of Bharata, in due course of time, he, Manu, begot in Satarupa 5 children, 2 sons, Priyavrata and Uttanapada, and 3 daughters, Akuti, Devahuti, and Prasuti. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 12, Text 57. Akutim ruchaye pradat kardamayatu madhyamam dakshayadat prasutim cha yata apuritam jagat. Akutim, the daughter named Akuti, Ruchaye, unto the sage Ruchi, Pradat, handed over, Kardamaya, unto the sage Kardama, 2, but Madhyamam, the middle one, Devahuti, Dakshaya, unto Daksha, Adat, handed over, Prasutim, the youngest daughter, Cha, also, Yataha, where from, Apuritam is fulfilled, Jagat, the whole world. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The father Manu handed over his daughter Akuti to the sage Ruchi, the middle daughter Devahuti to the sage Kardama, and the youngest daughter Prasuti to Daksha. From them all the world filled with population. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The history of the creation of the population of the universe is given herewith. Brahma is the original living creature in the universe, from whom were generated the Manu, Swayambhuva, and his wife Satarupa. From Manu, 2 sons and 3 daughters were born, and from them all the population in different planets has sprung up until now. Therefore, Brahma is known as the grandfather of everyone, and the personality of Godhead, being the father of Brahma, is known as the great grandfather of all living beings. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 11.39 as follows. Vayuryamo gnir varuna sashankaha prajapatistvam praja prapitamahascha namo namaste sahasrakrutva punascha bhuyopi namo namaste. You are the Lord of air, the supreme justice Yama, the fire, and the Lord of rains. You are the moon, and you are the great grandfather. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisance unto you again and again. Thus end the Bhakti Vedanta purports of the 3rd canto, 12th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Creation of the Kumaras and Others. Chapter 13. Srimad Bhagavatam, the appearance of Lord Varaha. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 12, Chapter 13, Text 1. Sri Sukha Uvacha Nisamya Vacham Vadato Mune Punyataman Mam Nripa Bhuya Prapacha Kauravyo Vasudeva Kadatraha. Sri Sukha Uvacha, Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, Nisamya, after hearing, Vacham, talks, Vadataha, while speaking, Mune of Maitreya Muni, Punyatamam, the most virtuous, Nrupa, O king, Bhuya, then again, Papracha, inquired, Kauravyaha, the best among the Kurus, Vidura, Vasudevata Katha, topics on the subject of the personality of Godhead, Vasudeva, Adrataha, one who so adores. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, O king, after hearing all these most virtuous topics from the sage Maitreya, Vidura inquired further on the topics of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which he adored to hear. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The word Adritaha is significant because it indicates that Vidura had a natural inclination for hearing the transcendental message of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he was never fully satisfied though continuing to hear those topics. He wanted to hear more and more so that he could be more and more blessed by the transcendental message. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 13, Text 2. Vidura Uvacha Savai Swayam Bhuva Samrat Priya Putran Swayam Bhuva Pratilabhya Priyam Patnim Kim Chakara Tato Mune. Vidura Uvacha, Vidura said, Saha, he, why easily Swayambhuva Manu, Samrat, the king of all kings, Priya, dear, Putra, son, Swayambhuva of Brahma, Pratilabhya, after obtaining, Priyam, most loving, Patnim, wife, Kim, what, Chakara, did, Tataha, thereafter, Muni, O great sage. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Vidura said, O great sage, what did Swayambhuva, the dear son of Brahma, do after obtaining his very long loving wife? Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 13, Text 3. Charitam tasya rajarser adirajasya sattama bruhume shraddha dhanaya vishwaksrayo hi asau. Charitam, character, tasya, his, rajarse, of the saintly king, adirajasya, of the original king, sattama, O most pious one, bruhi, kindly speak, me, unto me, shraddhadhanaya, unto one eager to receive, vishwaksena, of the personality of Godhead, asraya, one who has taken shelter, hai, certainly, asau, that king. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O best of the virtuous, the original king of kings, Manu, was a great devotee of the personality of Godhead, Hari. And thus it is worth hearing of his sublime character and activities. Please describe them. I am very eager to hear. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam is full of the transcendental topics of the personality of Godhead and his pure devotees. In the absolute world, there is no difference in quality between the Supreme Lord and his pure devotees. Therefore, hearing the topics of the Lord and hearing of the character and activities of the pure devotee have the same result, namely the development of devotional service. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 13, Text 4. Srutasya pumsham suchira sramasya nanau agnasa suribir idito rita tattad gunanusravanam mukunda padaravindam hrudayeshu yesham. Srutasya, of persons who are in the process of hearing, pumsham, of such persons, suchira, for a long time, sramasya, laboring very hard, nanu, certainly, ajnasa, elaborately, surbihi, by pure devotees, idita, explained by, artha, statements, that, that, guna, transcendental qualities, anusravanam, thinking, mukunda, the personality of Godhead, who awards liberation, pada aravindam, the lotus feet, hridayeshu, within the heart, esham, of them. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Persons who hear from a spiritual master with great labor and for a long time must hear from the mouths of pure devotees about the character and activities of pure devotees. Pure devotees always think within their heart of the lotus feet of the personality of Godhead, who awards his devotees liberation. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Transcendental students are those who undergo great penance in being trained by hearing the Vedas from a bona fide spiritual master. Not only must they hear about the activities of the Lord, they must also hear about the transcendental qualities of the devotees who are constantly thinking of the lotus feet of the Lord within their hearts. A pure devotee of the Lord cannot be separated from the lotus feet of the Lord for even a moment. Undoubtedly, the Lord is always in the hearts of all living creatures, but they hardly know about it because they are deluded by the illusory material energy. The devotees, however, realize the presence of the Lord, and therefore they can always see the lotus feet of the Lord within their hearts. Such pure devotees of the Lord are as glorious as the Lord. They are, in fact, recommended by the Lord as more worshipable than He Himself. Worship of the devotee is more potent than worship of the Lord. It is therefore the duty of the transcendental students to hear of pure devotees, as explained by similar devotees of the Lord, because one cannot explain about the Lord or his devotee unless one happens to be a pure devotee himself. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 13, Text 5. Sri Siko Uvacha Iti Bruvanam Viduram Vinitam Sahasra Sirshanas Charanopadanam Prahrasta Roma Bhagavat Kathayam Praniyamano Munir Abhyachasta. Sri Sukha Uvacha, Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, Iti thus Bruvanam speaking, Viduram unto Vidura, Vinitam very gentle, Sahasra Shitshana, the personality of Godhead Krishna, Charana lotus feet, Upadanam pillow, Prahrasta Roma hair standing in ecstasy, Bhagavat in relationship with the personality of Godhead, Kathayam in the words, Praniyamanaha beings influenced by such spirit, Munihi the sage, Abhyachasta attempted to speak. Translation by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, the personality of Godhead Sri Krishna was pleased to place his lotus feet on the lap of Vidura because Vidura was very meek and gentle. The sage Maitreya was very pleased with Vidura's words and being influenced by his spirit, he attempted to speak. Purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The word Sahasra Shitshana is very significant. One who has diverse energies and activities and a wonderful brain is known as the Sahasra Shitshana. This qualification is applicable only to the personality of Godhead Sri Krishna and no one else. The personality of Godhead was pleased to dine sometimes with Vidura at his home. And while resting, he placed his lotus feet on the lap of Vidura. Maitreya was inspired by the thought of Vidura's wonderful fortune. The hairs of his body stood on end, and he was pleased to narrate the topics of the personality of Godhead with great delight. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 13, Text 6. Maitreya Uvacha Yada Swabharayaya Sardham Jataha Swayam Bhuvo Manuhu Pranjali Pranatas Chedam Veda Garbam Abhasata. Maitreya Uvacha, Maitreya said, Yada, when Swabharyaya, along with his wife, Sardham, accompanied by Jataha, appeared, Swayambhuvaha Manu, the father of mankind, Pranajalihi, with the folded hands, Pranataha, with obeisances, Cha, also, Idam, this, Veda Garbam, unto the reservoir of Vedic wisdom, Abhasata, address. Translation by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The sage Maitreya said to Vidura, after his appearance, Manu, the father of mankind, along with his wife, thus addressed. Thus addressed the reservoir of Vedic wisdom, Brahma, with obeisances and folded hands. Tvam Eka, Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 13, Text 7. Tvam Eka Sarva Bhutanam Janma Krid Vritidhapita Tathapina Prajanam Te Susrusa Kena Va Bhavet. Tvam, you, Ekaha, one, Sarva, all, Bhutanam, living entities, Janmakrit, progenitor, Vrittidha, source of subsistence, Pita, the father, Tata, api, yet, Naha, ourselves, Prajanam, of all who are born, Te, of you, Susrusa, service, Kena, how, Va, either, Bhavet, may be possible. Translation by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. You are the father of all living entities and the source of their subsistence because they are all born of you. Please order us how we may be able to render service unto you. Purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. A son's duty is not only to make the father the source of supply for all his needs, but also when he is grown up to render service unto him. That is the law of creation beginning from the time of Brahma. A father's duty is to bring up the son until he is grown, and when the son is grown up, it is his duty to render service unto the father. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 13, Text 8. Tad videhi namastubhyam karmasva idyatma saktisu yat kritveha yaso vishvak amutra cha bhavet gatihi. Tad, that Videhi give direction, Namaha, my obeisances, Tubhyam unto you, Karmasu in duties, Idya, O worshipable one, Atmak Saktisu within our working capacity, Yad which Kritva doing Iha in this world, Yasaha fame, Vishwak everywhere, Amutra in the next world, Cha and Bhavet it should be, Gatihi progress. Translation by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. O worshipful one, please give us your direction for the execution of that duty within our working capacity so that we can follow it for fame in this life and progress in the next. Purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Brahma is a direct recipient of Vedic knowledge from the personality of Godhead, and anyone discharging his entrusted duties in disciplic succession from Brahma is sure to gain fame in this life and salvation in the next. The disciplic succession from Brahma is called the Brahma Sampradaya, and it descends as follows: Brahma, Narada, Vyasa, Madhva Muni, Purna Prajnam, Padmanabha, Nrihari, Madhava, Akshobhya, Jayatirtha, Jnana Sindhu, Dayanidhi, Vidyanidhi, Rajendra, Jayadharma, Purushottama, Brahmanaya Tirtha, Vyasatirtha, Lakshmipati, Madhavendra-puri, Ishwarapuri, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sarupa Dhamodara, and Sri Rupa Goswami and others. Sri Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, Krishnadasa Goswami, Narottama Dasa Thakura, Vishwanatha Chakravarti, Jagannatha Dasa Babaji, Bhaktivinoda Thakura, Gaurakishora Dasa Babaji, Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami. This line of disciplic succession from Brahma is spiritual, whereas the genealogical succession from Manu is material. But both are on the progressive march towards the same goal of Krishna consciousness. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 13, Text 9. Brahma Vacha Pritastubhyam Aham Tata Swastistad Vam Kshitiswara Ya Nirvyalikena Hrida Sadimeti Atmanarpitam. Brahma Uvacha, Brahma said, Prita, please, Tubhyam unto you, Aham, I, Tata, my dear son, Swasti, all blessings, Tat, let there be, Vam unto you both, Ksitis Ishvara, O Lord of the world, Yat, because, Nirvyalikena, without reservation, Hrida, by the heart, Sadi, give instruction, Ma, unto me, Iti, thus, Atmana, by self, Arpitam, surrender. Translation by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Lord Brahma said, My dear son, O Lord of the world, I am very pleased with you, and I desire all blessings for both of you and your wife. You have without reservation surrendered yourself unto me with your heart for my instruction. Purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The relationship between the father and the son is always sublime. The father is naturally disposed with good all towards the son, and is always ready to help the son in his progress in life. But in spite of the father's goodwill, the son is sometimes misguided because of his misuse of personal independence. Every living entity, however small or big he may be, has a choice of independence. If the son is unreservedly willing to be guided by the father is 10 times more eager to instruct and guide him by all means. The father and son relationship as exhibited here in the dealings of Brahma and Manu is excellent. Both the father and the son are well qualified, and their example should be followed by all humankind. Manu, the son, unreservedly asked the father Brahma to instruct him, and the father, who was full of Vedic wisdom, was very glad to instruct. The example of the father of mankind may be rigidly followed by mankind, and that will advance the cause of the relationship of fathers and sons. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 13, Text 10. Etavati Atmajair Vira Karya hi apachitir guru Saktya Pramattair Grhyeta Sadaram Gatamasrayai. Etava, just exactly like this. Atmajai, by the offspring. Vira, O hero. Karya, should be performed. Hai, certainly. Apachitihi, worship. Guru, unto the superior. Saktya, with full capacity. Apramattai, by the sane. Grahyeta, should be accepted. Sa adaram, with great delight. Gata Matra Masarai, by those who are beyond the limit of envy. Translation by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. O hero, your example is quite befitting, a son in relationship with his father. This sort of adoration for the superior is required. One who is beyond the limit of envy and who is sane accepts the order of his father with great delight and executes it to his full capacity. Purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. When the four previous sons of Brahma, the sages Sanaka, Sanatana, Sanandana, and Sanat Kumara, refused to obey their father, Brahma was mortified, and his anger was manifested in the shape of Rudra. That incident was not forgotten by Brahma, and therefore the obedience of Manu Swayambhuva was very encouraging. From the material point of view, the four sages' disobedience to the order of their father was certainly abominable. But because such disobedience was for a higher purpose, they are free from the reaction of disobedience. Those who disobey their fathers on material grounds, however, are surely subjected to disciplinary reaction for such disobedience. Manu's disobedience to his father on material grounds was certainly free from envy, and in the material world it is imperative for the ordinary men to follow the example of Manu. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 13, Text 11. Sattvam asyam apatyani sadrasani atmano gunai utpadasasha dharmena gam yajnai purusham yaja. Translation. Saha, therefore, that obedient son, Tvam, as you are, Asyam, in her, Apatyani, children, Sadrasani, equally qualified, Atmanaha, of yourself, Gunai, with the characters, Utpadya, having begotten, Sasa, rule, Dharmena, on the principles of devotional service, Gam, the world, Yajnai, by sacrifices, Purusham, the personality of Godhead, Yaja, worship. Translation by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Since you are very much obedient son, I ask you to beget children qualified like yourself in the womb of your wife. Rule the world in pursuance of the principles of devotional service unto the personality of Godhead, and thus worship the Lord by performances of yajna. Purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The purpose of the material creation by Brahma is clearly described herein. Every human being should beget nice children in the womb of his wife as a sacrifice for the purpose of worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead in Godhead in devotional service. In the Vishnu Purana 3.8.9, it is stated, Varnashrama charavata purushena parapyuman Vishnur aradhyate panta Nanyatatko tosha karanam. One can worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu by proper discharge of the principles of Varna and Ashrama. There is no alternative to pacifying the Lord by execution of the principles of the Varnashrama system. Vishnu worship is the ultimate aim of human life. Those who take the license of married life for sense enjoyment must also take the personal responsibility to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu. And the first stepping stone is the Varnashrama Dharma system. Varnashrama Dharma is the systematic institution for advancing in worship of Vishnu. However, if one directly engages in the process of devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, it may not be necessary to undergo the disciplinary system of Varnashrama Dharma. The other sons of Brahma, the Kumaras, directly engaged in devotional service, and thus they had no need to execute the principles of Varnashrama Dharma. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 13, Text 12. Param susrusanam mahyam syat praja rakshasya drupa bhagavamste praja bahrutur rishikesho nutusyati. Param, the greatest, susrusanam, devotional service, mahyam, unto me, syat, should be, praja, the living entities born in the material world, rakshaya, by saving them from being spoiled, Drupa, O King, Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead, Te, with you, Praja Bhartuhu, with the protector of the living beings, Rishikesha, the Lord of the senses, Anutusyati, satisfied. Translation by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. O King, if you can give proper protection to the living beings in the material world, That will be the best service for me. When the Supreme Lord sees you to be a good protector of the conditioned souls, certainly the master of the senses will be very pleased with you. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The whole administrative system is arranged for the purpose of going back home, back to Godhead. Brahma is the representative of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Manu is the representative of Brahma. Similarly, all other kings on different planets of the universe are representatives of Manu. The law book for the entire human society is the Manu Samhita, which directs all activities towards the transcendental service of the Lord. Every king, therefore, must know that his responsibility in administration is not merely to exact taxes from the citizen, but to see personally that the citizens under him are being trained in Vishnu worship. Everyone must be educated in Vishnu worship and engaged in the devotional service of Rishikesha, the owner of the senses. The conditioned souls are meant not to satisfy their material senses, but to satisfy the senses of Rishikesha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is the purpose of the complete administrative system. One who knows this secret as disclosed herein, the version of Brahma, is a perfect administrative head. One who does not know this is a show bottle administrator. By training the citizens in the devotional service of the Lord, the head of a state can be free in his responsibility. Otherwise, he will fail in the onerous duty entrusted to him and thus be punishable by the supreme authority. There is no other alternative in the discharge of administrative duty. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 13, Text 13. Esham natusto bhagavan yajnalingo janardhana tesham shramo hi apartaya yad atma nadritaha swayam. Esham, of those with whom, never, tusta, satisfied, Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead, Yajnalingha, the form of sacrifice, Janardanaha, Lord Krishna or the Vishnu Tattva, Tesham, of them, Sramaha, labor, I certainly, Aparthaya, without profits. Yet, because Atma, the Supreme Soul, not, Adrata, respected, Swayam, his own self. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Janardana, Lord Krishna, is the form to accept all the results of sacrifice. If he is not satisfied, then one's labor for advancement is futile. He is the ultimate self, and therefore one who does not satisfy him certainly neglects his own interests. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Brahma is deputed as the supreme head of universal affairs, and he in his turn deputes Manu and others as charges the affairs of the material manifestation. But the whole show is for the satisfaction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Brahma knows how to satisfy the Lord, and similarly, persons engaged in the line of Brahma's plan of activities also know how to satisfy the Lord. The Lord is satisfied with the process of devotional service, consisting of the ninefold process of hearing, chanting, etc. It is in one's own self-interest to execute prescribed devotional service. And anyone who neglects this process neglects his own self-interest. Everyone wants to satisfy his senses. But above the senses is the mankind. Above the mankind is the intelligence. Above the intelligence is the individual self. And above the individual self is the super self. Above even the super self is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu Tattva. The primeval Lord and the cause of all causes is Sri Krishna. The complete process of perfectional service is to render service for the satisfaction of the transcendental senses of Lord Krishna, who is known as Janardana. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 13, Text 14. Manor Uvacha Adeshe Ham Bhagavato Vartayemaviva Sudhana Satanam Tvi Ihanujanniti Prajana Mamacha Prabhu Manu Uvacha, Sri Manu said, Adeshe, under the order, Aham, I, Bhagavataha, of your powerful self, Varteya, shall stay, Amiva Sudana, O killer of all sins, Thanam, the place too, but Iha in this world, Anujani Hiti, please let me know. Prajanam of the living entities born from me. Mama, my cha also, Prabhu, O Lord. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Ki Jai. Sri Manu said, O all powerful Lord, O killer of all sins, I shall abide by your order. Now please let me know my place and that of the living entities born of me. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 13, Text 15. Yad oka sarva bhutanam mahimagna mahambasi asya udarane yatno deva devya vidu vidiyatam. Yat, because Okaha, the dwelling place, Sarva, for all, Bhutanam, living entities, Mahi, the earth, Magna, merged, Maha Ambasi, in the great water, Asya, of this, Udarane, in the lifting, Yatna, attempt, Deva, O master of the demigods, Devya, of this earth, Vidiyatam, let it be done. Translation by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. O master of the demigods, please attempt to lift the earth which is merged in the great water, because it is the dwelling place for all the living entities. It can be done by your endeavor and by the mercy of the Lord. Purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The great water mentioned in this connection is the Garbhodaka ocean, which fills half of the universe. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 13, Text 16. Maitre Uvacha Parame Stitva Apam Madhye Tatha Sannam Aveikshagam Katam Enam Samunnesasya Iti Dadyau Dhiyachiram. Maitre Uvacha, Sri Maitreya Muni said, Paramesti, Brahma, too, also, Apam, the water, Madhye, within, Tatha, thus, Sannam, situated, Aveksha, seeing, Gam, the earth, Katam, how, Enam, this, Samunnesha, I shall lift, Iti, thus, Dadyau, gave attention, Divya, Diya, by intelligence, Shiram, for a long time. Translation by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Sri Maitreya said, thus, seeing the earth merged into the water, Brahma gave his attention for a long time to how it could be lifted. Purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. According to Jiva Goswami, the topics delineated here are of different millennium. The present topics are of the Sweta Varaha millennium, and topics regarding the Chakshusha millennium will also be discussed in this chapter. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 13, Text 17. Srajato me kshitirvarbhi प्लव्यमाना रसम गता अथात्र किम अनुस्तेयम अस्माभिः सर्गयोजितै यस्याहं हृदयाद् आसं स ईशो विदधातु मे. Srijataha, while engaged in creation, me of me, Kshitihi, the earth, Varbhihi, by the water, Plavyamana, being inundated, Rasam, depth of water, Gata, gone down, Ata, therefore, Atra, in this matter, Kim, what, Anusteyam, is right to be attempted, Asambihi, by us, Sarga, creation, Yojithai, engaged in, Yasya, the one from whose, Aham, I, Hridayat, from the heart, Asam, born, Saha, he, Isha, the Lord, Vidadatu, may direct me unto me. Translation by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Brahma thought, while I have been engaged in the process of creation, the earth has been inundated by a deluge and has gone down into the depths of the ocean. What can we do who are engaged in this matter of creation? It is best to let the Almighty Lord direct us. Purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The devotees of the Lord, who are all confidential servitors, are sometimes perplexed in the discharge of their respective duties, but they are never discouraged. They have full faith in the Lord, and He paves with the way for the smooth progress of the devotee's duty. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 13, Text 18. Iti अभिध्यायतो नासा विवरात् सहसा नाघ वराह तोको निरगात् अंगुस्थ परिमानकः इति. Thus abhidyayatah, while thinking, nasa vivarat, from the nostrils, sahasa, all of a sudden, anaga, O sinless one, varahatoka, a minute form of varaha, a boar, niragat, came out, angusta, the upper portion of the thumb, parimanakaha, of the measurement. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O sinless Vidura, all of a sudden, while Brahma was engaged in thinking, a small form of a boar came out of his nostril. The measurement of the creature was not more than the upper portion of the thumb. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 13, Text 19. Tasya vipasyayat taha kataha kshanena kila bharata gajamatra pravardhe tad adbhutam abhun mahatasya, his abhipasyata, while thus observing, kastaha, situated in the sky, shanena, suddenly, kila, very, bharata, descendant of Bharata, gajamatraha, just like an elephant, pravardhe, thoroughly expanded, that adbhutam, extraordinary, adbhut, transformed, mahat, into a gigantic body. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O descendant of Bharata, while Brahma was observing him, that boar became situated in the sky in a wonderful manifestation as gigantic as the great elephant. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 13, Text 22. Marichi pramukhair viprai kumarair manuna saha dristva tat saukaram rupam tarkayam asa chitradha. Marichi, the great sage Marichi, Pramukhai, headed by Viprai, all Brahmanas, Kumarai, with the four Kumaras, Manuna, and with Manu, Saha, with Dristva, seeing, third, that, Saukaram, appearance like a boar, Rupam, form, Tarkayam, Asa, argued among themselves, Chitrada, in various ways. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Struck with wonder at observing the wonderful boar-like form in the sky, Brahma with great Brahmanas like Marichi as well as the Kumaras and Manu began to argue in various ways. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 13, Text 21. Kim etat sukara vyajam sattvam divyam avastitam aho batascharya idam nasayame vinishritam. Kim, what? Etat, this, sukara, boar, vyajam, pretension, sattvam, entity, divyam, extraordinary, avastitam, situated, ahobata, ho, it is, ascharyam, very wonderful, idam, this, nasaya, from the nose, me, my, vinishritam, came out. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Is this some extraordinary entity coming in the pretense of a boar? It is very wonderful that he has come from my nose. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 13, Text 22. Drusto gatsa siro matra kshanad gandha shilaksamaha apisvid bhagavan esa yajnomi kedayan manaha. Drista, just seen, angusta, thumb, siraha, tip, matraha, only, kshanat, immediately, gandhasila, large stone, samaha, like, apiswit, whether, Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead, Esha, this, Yajna, Vishnu, may, my, Kedayan, perturbing, Manaha, mind. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. First of all, this boar was seen no bigger than the tip of a thumb, and within a moment he was as large as a stone. My mind is perturbed. Is he the supreme person of Godhead Vishnu? Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Since Brahma is the supermost person in the universe and he had never been experienced such a form, he could guess that the wonderful appearance of the boar was an incarnation of Vishnu. The uncommon features of symptomatic of the incarnation of Godhead can bewilder even the mind of Brahma. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 13, Text 23. इति मीमांसतास्त्य ब्राह्मणा सह सूनिभिः भगवान् यज्ञपुरुषो जगार जजेन्द्र सन्निभिः इति. Thus मीमांसतः, while deliberating, tasya, his, brahmana, brahma, saha, along with, sunibihi, his sons, Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead, Yajna, Lord Vishnu, Purusha, the supreme person, Jajarga, resounded, Aga, Indra, great mountain, Sannibha, like, translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. While Brahma was deliberating with his sons, the supreme personality of Godhead Vishnu rode tumultuously like a great mountain. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. It appears the great hills and mountains also have their roaring power because they are also living entities. The volume of the sound vibrated is in proportion to the size of the material body. While Brahma was guessing about the appearance of the Lord's incarnation as a boar, the Lord confirmed Brahma's contemplation by roaring with his gorgeous voice. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 13, Text 24. Brahmanam harshayam asa haristamscha dvijotaman swagarjitena kakubaha pratisaswanayata vibhuhu. Brahmanam, unto Brahma, harsayam, asa, enlivened, harihi, the personality of Godhead, tan, all of them, cha, also, dvija uttamam, highly elevated brahmanas, swagarjitena, by his uncommon voice, kakubaha, all directions, pratiswanayata, which echoed, vibhuhu, the omnipotent. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The omnipotent supreme personality of Godhead enlivened Brahma and the other highly elevated brahmanas by again roaring with his uncommon voice, which echoed in all directions. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Brahma and other enlightened brahmanas who know the supreme personality of Godhead are enlivened by the appearance of the Lord in any of his multi incarnations. The appearance of the wonderful and gigantic incarnation of Vishnu as the mountain-like boar did not fill them with any kind of fear. Although the Lord's resounding voice was tumultuous and echoed horribly in all directions, as an open threat to all demons who might challenge his omnipotency. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 13, Text 25. Nisamyate garha garitam swakeda kya ishnu maya sukarasya janastapaha satyo nivasinaste tribihi pavitrair munayo gramansmam. Nisamya, just after hearing, te, those, gargaritam, the tumultuous sound, swakeda, personal lamentation, shayishnu, destroying, maya, all merciful, sukarasya, of Lord Boar, janaha, the Janaloka planet, tapaha, the Tapaloka planet, satya, the Satyaloka planet, nivasinaha, residents, te, all of them, tribihi, from the three Vedas, Pavitrai, by the all suspicious mantras, Munaya, great thinkers and sages, Arganan, Sma, chanted, translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. When the great sages and thinkers who are residents of Jnanaloka, Tapaloka and Satyaloka heard the tumultuous voice of Lord, which was the all auspicious sound of the all merciful Lord, they chanted auspicious chants from the three Vedas, purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The word Maya is very significant in this verse. Maya means mercy, specific knowledge and also illusion. Therefore, Lord Boar is everything. He is merciful. He is all knowledge and he is illusion also. The sound which he vibrated as the boar incarnation was answered by the Vedic hymns of the great sages in the planets Janaloka, Tapoloka, Satyaloka. The highest intellectual and pious living entities live in those planets. And when they heard the extraordinary voice of the boar, they could understand that the specific sound was vibrated by the Lord and no one else. Therefore, they replied by praying. The highest intellectual and pious living entities live in those planets, and when they heard the extraordinary voice of the boar, they could understand that the specific sound was vibrated by the Lord and no one else. Therefore, they replied by praying to the Lord with Vedic hymns. The earth planet was submerged in the mire, but on hearing the sound of the Lord, the inhabitants of the higher planets were all jubilant because they knew that the Lord was there to deliver the earth. Therefore, Brahma and all the sages, such as Bhrigu, Brahma's other sons, and learned Brahmanas were enlivened, and they concertedly joined in praising the Lord with the transcendental vibrations of the Vedic hymns. The most important is the Bruhan Naradiya Purana verse Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bruhan Naradiya Purana. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 13, Text 26. Tesam Satatam Vitana Murter Brahma Vadaryatma Gunanuvadam Vinadya Bhuyo Vibudodayayam Gajendra Lilo Jalam Avivesha. Tesham of them, Satam of the great devotees, Veda all knowledge, Vitana Murti the form of expansion, Brahma Vedic sound, Avadharya knowing it well, Atma of himself, Guna Anuvadam transcendental glorification, Vinadhya resounding, Bhuya again, Vibhuda of the transcendentally learned, Udayaya for the elevation of benefit, Gajendra Leela playing like an elephant, Jalam the water, Avivesha entered. Translation by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Playing like an elephant, he entered into the water after roaring again in reply to the Vedic prayers by the great devotees. The Lord is the object of Vedic prayers, and thus he understood that devotees' prayers were meant for him. Purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The form of the Lord in any shape is always transcendental and full of knowledge and mercy. The Lord is the destroyer of all material contamination because his form is personified Vedic knowledge. All the Vedas worship the transcendental form of the Lord. In the Vedic mantras, the devotees request the Lord to remove the glaring effulgence because it covers his real face. That is the version of the Isopanishad. The Lord has no material form, but his form is always understood in terms of the Vedas. The Vedas are said to be the breath of the Lord, and that breath was inhaled by Brahma, the original student of the Vedas. The hearing from the nostril of Brahma, the breathing from the nostril of Brahma caused the appearance of Lord Boar. And therefore the Boar incarnation of the Lord is the personified Vedas. The glorification of the incarnation of the Vedas on the higher planets consisted of factual Vedic hymns. Whenever there is glorification of Lord, is to be understood that Vedic mantras are being rightly vibrated. The Lord was therefore pleased with when such Vedic mantras were chanted, and to encourage his pure devotees, he rode once more and entered the water to rescue the submerged earth. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 13, Text 27. Utshipta Valakha Charakatora Sata Vidhunvan Kararoma Sattva Kurahatabrai Sitadam Strata Iksha Jyotir Babase Bhagavan Mahidra Ukspita Vala splashing with the tail, Kachara in the sky, Katora very hard, Sataha hairs on the shoulder, Vidunvan quivering, Kara sharp, Romashatva skin full of hairs, Ahata struck by the hooves, Abra the clouds, Sita Damstra white tucks, Iksha glance, Jyotihi luminous, Babase began to emit an effulgence. Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead, Mahidriha, the supporter of the world. Translation by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Before entering the water to rescue the earth, the Lord boar flew in the sky, slashing his tail, his hard hairs quivering. His very glance was luminous, and he scattered the clouds in the sky with his hooves and his glittering white dust. Purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. When the Lord is offered prayers by his devotees, his transcendental activities are described. Here are some of the transcendental features of Lord Bo. As the residents of the upper three planet system, planetary systems offered their prayers to the Lord, it is understood that his body expanded throughout the sky, beginning from the topmost planet, Brahmaloka or Satyaloka. It is stated in the Brahma Samhita that his eyes are the sun and the moon. Therefore, his very glance of the sky was as illuminating as the sun or the moon. The Lord is described herein as Mahidra, which means either a big mountain or the sustainer of the earth. In other words, the Lord's body was as big and hard as the Himalayan mountains. Otherwise, how was it possible that he kept the entire earth on the support of his white dust? The poet Jayadeva, a great devotee of the Lord, has sung of the incident in his prayers for the incarnation. Vasati dasanasikare dharni tavalagnam sasini kalanka kaleva nimagnam Sheshava Sukara Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare. All glories to Lord Keshava, Krishna, who appeared as a boar. The earth was held between his tusks, which appeared like the scars of the moon.
महाराज का इसका एक्सिट कर दिया हमने ये एक्सिट 14 महाराज का 14 तक हुआ था अच्छा so from 14 he is going to start okay okay so in the morning he is going to conduct or evening no wait what time he is going morning only normal regular hour Saturday Sunday okay good I have to catch yeah I have to catch up that I'm also doing it but I'm behind
We thought he'll do once we come there. Exactly it happened like that only.
very good yeah it's your mercy Prabhu it's raining जय प्रभुपादा 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 श्री गुरु चरण पद्मा केवल भक्ति सद्मा बंध मुई सावधान माते बंध मुई सावधान माते जहर प्रसादे भाई ए भव तोरिया जाय कृष्ण प्राप्ति हो जहा होते गुरु मुख पद्मा वाक्य चिते कोरिया क्या अरना कोरी हो मने आशा अरना कोरी हो मने आशा श्री गुरु चरणे रति ऐसे उत्तम गति जय प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो प्रेमा भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाशा जाते वेदे गाय जहर चरितो श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनर बंधु लोकनाथ लोकेर जीवाना हाँ हाँ प्रभु करो दया देहो मोरे पद छाया ए बेजास गुशुक त्रिभुवना शीला प्रभुपाद लोइलो शरण शीला प्रभुपाद पतित पवन जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामी इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। निताय गौरा हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल। जय शिला प्रभुपाद की जय।
Shila Prabhupada.